minus like a videotape, guys.
Videotape it. Oh,
Oh, was it cool?
We'll start with introductions first. Jermaine Mallett, Adam Leonard, Kyle Weems, Creekmore, and Peace Ricks, our starting five. We'll let Little get us started with some questions while we get started set up in the back.
Adam, talk about the three you hit when after they tied the game.
Every time we came down in transition after they scored, we got a rebound. Kyle kept saying, "Come across the court, come across the court." Set a down screen. So I went over there and we set it perfectly play, and I released it. And I just knew right when I released it, it felt good and went in.
Did you even see a hand in your face?
We definitely did. Yeah, it was a tough shot. His hand was right in my face. I think he even touched me, but I just happened to fall tonight.
Does it hit you right now how big a shot that'll be in Missouri State history?
I haven't realized it yet since you said something. Maybe it is. It's finally come. Hopefully we can take this energy into the next 3 games.
Adam, you weren't very open, honestly. Didn't look like you were very open after Kyle's had hit a tough one. What made you think you were going to take and make that one?
I was in the motion of going down the whole court. I was thinking, no, I'm going to get a shot up. I'm going to get a shot up. And, they set a good screen for me, and they gave me a little bit of space, so I took it.
A little bit.
Hey Kyle, can you explain the emotion that you had out there with your teammates celebrating?
yeah, this is the best fun I've ever had in my life. Next to winning the state championship, this is way better than that. I know I said probably every interview, but there's not a whole lot this team hasn't seen. We've overcome a lot of stuff, especially Will, Adam, and myself. People leaving the team, people getting dismissed, Keith getting hurt very end of the summer. There's a lot of stuff that we could have just rolled over and been done. But nobody counted us in this position. Yeah, we were picked preseason #2, but not a whole lot of people counted us to be cutting out the nest on this day. But you got to give credit to our seniors and our coaching staff, because without them, none of this would be possible. And this is a very special moment and something I'll never forget.
Well,
I know everybody else won't.
Obviously, when you're recruited, getting a conference title was something that was no doubt talked about. And it's one thing to be recruited and talked about being a part of that. How's it feel now to actually accomplish that?
Best feeling in the world. There's nothing like it. It's better than I ever dreamed of. I came here, Kyle, Isaiah, and I, we were a part of that, 11-win season. That was the worst year of my life. That was some of the worst feelings of my life. And we just kept scratching and clawing. Through the summer workouts, through the weightlifting, through getting screamed at, getting just classes, all the stuff, makes it so worth it to get to the top to where we are now. We always believed, never stop fighting. So it feels amazing.
Well, when they tied it, did you guys didn't have any question at all you're going to win it, did you?
Oh, in my mind, it's game on. It's a new ball game, and we were leading the whole game for a reason. Today we were the better team. There's no doubt about that. Wichita's a great team, and I hope you see them again. But we did what we had to do, and like Kyle said, we've been through it all. That's nothing to us. Game on. Let's go.
Kyle, Adam's like a gunslinger. He's not bothered by anything. Talk about the confidence in seeing him take that shot.
Well, that's his definition of a great shooter. That's a short-term memory loss. Yeah, he missed a shot earlier, whatever. But his man made a couple shots in him, but he kept his focus, and that's just the definition of our team. This year, we've been through a lot. We've been through the ups and downs, and this is just a really good feeling. And there's no doubt in my mind that shot was going in as soon as I seen him come off that screen. So, it's just I'm really excited. I'm really blessed to be a part of something this special.
Talk about the feeling of you guys, first of all, cutting net, then watching Conzo cut your nets.
Coach Martin sacrifices so much, to be here every day. He's the first car in the parking lot before we're even here for 8:30 class. And that's just, he loves his game and he loves his players so much that you can do nothing but give your all. And I'm just really happy for him, especially after that first year. When a lot of people were probably pointing fingers. Why did we hire this guy? But he just kept his cool. He kept recruiting. Traveling 2,000 miles in 2 weeks. They're changing him in and out of cars all the time because he loves his game so much and he wants to win. That's all he wants to do. And he put a great group of seniors together and just a great team. I'm really blessed to have him as my head coach.
Feast, can you talk about the defensive play today, especially the first half when you took the lead?
I'll say that I'm the catalyst of the defense. Especially with the point guard, you shut him down. The offense can't run smooth. So, all I was thinking, stay in front and not try to steal the ball, but just make him uncomfortable.
Nafis, long way from home, maybe a little extra special today with some family here?
Yeah, I actually had my mom and my dad came from Philadelphia and Atlanta to come see this game.
Will, they didn't get anything at all really out of their post game. Talk about the defense on those guys.
First of all, Durley is one of the top 5 best players in this league. So that was, that was a huge part of our game plan, to stop at him. And then they got, 4 other guys that could start almost anywhere in the valley, in the post. So we knew it was going to be a battle all day. And, Isaiah, Caleb, and myself, Kyle, we stepped up to the challenge. And the guards, were great up and down. And we just answered the call. That was the key of their defense, Durley. So.
Jermaine, could you talk about, I talked to you yesterday, and you said you weren't going to be emotional, and you were just treating this like another game and staying calm. Was it that way at the start?
Kind of, like, I know we were anxious. I know a couple of us, Cal, he kept saying he was, like, nervous a little bit, but I think he was more anxious than anything. I don't think he was nervous just because you've been playing ball all your life, so that's what Coach Martin always preached to us. You play ball all your life, it's just another game. You just have to play, like, your hardest. Don't leave.
Yeah,
Like, don't have any regrets after the game or whatever, just go after it.
Yeah, and what about the way you started? You had 7 quick points early to really set the tone.
Yeah, my team is always on me about being aggressive, even Coach Martin. And I saw that they had their 4-man guard, Ellis, and they had their 3-man hash guard, Kyle, so I took advantage of it. He's like 6'8", he was slower than me, so I took advantage of it.
Guys, it's kind of fitting all 5 of you up at the table here. All 5 of you started every game this year. I mean, obviously it's a team win, but just talk about how special that is to do it.
It's family, man. All 5 of us, everybody. But right here, man, we've been through everything. Like I said earlier, just the constant workouts. Getting into it with each other. I don't know how many times me and this guy almost got to swing on the court, but he's my brother for life, and I'll never forget playing with him, man. It's been unbelievable.
I think last year, the bumps and bruises that we had, a couple close losses last year. And from this summer on, we took it upon ourselves. We're going to get over the hump for this year. So I think that's what we carried in from last year, from CIT, brought it to this year. I feel like we are going to Missouri Valley.
Talk about family. Did you guys realize you had so many family members on the court up there with you?
It was huge. I know my teammates know this, but my mom, she was gonna cry either way, whether we won or lost. But I know my family members as well as I know their family members treat wins and losses like they're just part of the team, just as much as us. And with all that love and all that support, it makes our job a whole lot easier, and just helps us focus on just the game. You don't got to worry about who's behind you, because you already know that your parents and all your aunts and uncles are right there with you, and to be able to celebrate that with them, it's something that I know I'll never forget as well as these guys.
And your fellow students, your
Students
the
are
rest of the
great.
board?
Students have been great since day one, and it's just really special for getting this for this community, because they've been all these great players, Robbie Anderson, William Vaughan, Daryl Garrison. I know I'm forgetting a ton, but there's so many great players that never got a chance to do this. It's something special, and hopefully we'll never be forgotten.
What about being the first, Will? First to achieve this?
Couldn't ask for any more. It's unbelievable, but it didn't start with us. It started, in my era, it started with, Lori's, Justin Fearmeyer, Deaton, those guys, they set the path for us. They taught us, what it was like to work, what it was like to be in college basketball. So, being the first ones is unbelievable, but we wouldn't be here without everybody else, without the first people, so.
Jermaine's kind of like your silent assassin. He does a lot of things that maybe a lot of people don't see. Fill up the box score. Just talk about his contributions today.
In my book, all-around player, best in the valley. I think just of what he does from top to bottom, offense and defense, making plays, making shots, rebound. The guy is probably the best rebounder on the team, pound for pound in the valley. He's everything to our team. He's our secret weapon in the game.
Yeah, and the way he set the tone early and then came up late, how big that was today.
That's it. Him and Adam stepped up huge, in the late game, and that's what you need from seniors. And I think just our team is huge. We never stop believing.
Kyle, both games have followed a similar pattern. Missouri State's pretty much controlled the first half. Is there a particular reason why you guys have been able to do that?
Well, our defense. I felt our defense there. I think we held them to around 20, maybe less than 25 points both games. I'll just say that.
Right.
But they're just such an explosive team, and they can hit you with spurts with 11, 12 points, as you've seen tonight, just like that. And you got to be able to keep your composure. They came with a run there, and we fought back, and I think they took the lead by 1 there, and they tied the game up here today when we came back. But you got to give credit to Wichita. They're not a team that's going to go away. They have so many different threats. They have depth, they have size, they have athleticism. They got guards that can shoot, guards that can beat you off the dribble. you know, and then all their different, you know, full court presses, you know, whether it's a zone press or a man press, they can hit you from a lot of ways. So you just really got to rely on your principles. You know, for 40 minutes, I thought we did a really good job of it in the first half, which, you know, kind of let us have a few more mistakes in the second half and not hurt us as bad.
Take 2 more for our players if you could, Mark.
Adam, where's that piece of net gonna go?
My little trophy case I got at home.
Okay.
Hopefully we can get a ring here soon too, and I'll put that in there also.
Mm-hmm.
You go into next week with a big target on your back, always the #1 seed going in, you're gonna get the best shot. What do you have to do to prepare to do that? What's your mindset going in?
Exactly what we did tonight, determination, you know, just knowing that you got, you got 11 other guys on that bench, you know, 4 out on the court with you that are gonna ride with you. You know they have your back, you got beat off the dribble. You know they're gonna hold their own, you know, they're gonna guard their man 1-to-1, they're gonna box out every time like we did today. You know, holding the team to 20, like with their explosiveness, holding them to 21 points and a half, you know, that's huge. And I believe that's where we won the ball game at. But yeah, I feel that we've got everybody's best shot all year. You know, especially going with the upper teams, you know, usually in the valley and getting those 3 road wins. And from then on, you know, we've kind of got everybody's best shot. But you know, we're not panicking by it. You know, we're just gonna keep grinding, keep getting better. We'll take a couple days off, come back Monday or Tuesday, and really get ready and get our eyes set on another goal. And that's when we Missouri Valley tournament.
Everybody sleep well last night, or nervous?
Absolutely not.
I assume your life was a noon game, so you didn't have to sit around all day?
Yeah, but then couldn't really eat this morning. But hey, we won, so we gotta do it tomorrow.
I did 2 days, a real meal.
All right, guys, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.